I'm Jake. Today we're going kayak fishing at Kiser Lake in St. Paris, Ohio. Taking out the Old Town today, looking for some largemouth bass. This lake is going to be my location for some derbies this year, so getting out here trying to practice. Today we got really low winds of about 6 miles an hour, I think. Skies are pretty clear, as you can see, not too bad. And temperature's up. We're about 75. We might get up to 80 here in about an hour. So we'll see what we can do. Follow along. Start recording. Oh, got a little guy here on a swim jig. Nice little, kind of like a 3/4 pounder. So not too bad. Back in the water he goes. Start recording. All right, so apparently my voice commands are not working today, but that is number 2. A little bit bigger guy here. Not too bad. Good looking fish though. Get him back in the water. See you later, buddy. So that is 2 in about 20 minutes. Both small, but I do like this little, I don't know, probably, I don't even know if you call it a cove really. Just a little small area back here. It's pretty nice. Got a lot of cover up there on the bank. But I'm just taking this, I think it's a 3/8 ounce swim bait head, screw lock from 6 cents. And I have this new, I think it's like a Japanese, I don't remember what brand it is. I might look later if I remember. White and transparent swim bait here that got dyed red from my rod cover. So not too happy about that, but I guess that's a lesson learned. But let's see if we can get on another one here. Well, no luck in these last couple spots. So far we've thrown that swim jig and white and chartreuse, chatterbait with a paddle tail, and also brought my crankbait setup and my stick bait spinning setup. So might try some of those out as well. Maybe doing a little flipping on some weed lines, some stuff like that. Right now, I am going to head over to those 2 big logs that we sat in between last time, where we had that big one hooked. Obviously, no assumption that he's still there, but it tells me that they might like to hide there. All right, while we're riding along here, I wanted to get these out. K-Tech custom worms. They are 4-inch sight flash. They have one thing I noticed, they have a lot of tail action. The tail swings very wide. With this water being mostly clear, I like having the white coat. But then having a lot of that tail action just helps get the attraction of anything not looking directly at you. But that is what I caught both of those on so far today. Right now I am currently headed back to launch to meet up with a friend, Michael. There we go. Number 3 on the paddle tail. Getting pushed into short here a little bit. That's number 3 on that swim bait. Again, another small fellow. Oh, looks like he's bleeding here a little bit. Good one there, though. Yeah. Picture of him. There we go. Good job. One thing I will have to work on is for these derbies I'm going to be in here. For anyone that doesn't know, the way that kayak tournaments measure for fish, since we don't have live wells like you would on a boat, is by length. And so they have these kind of trough looking boards called catch boards. And so they're certified, I guess, kind of like scales in a way. You know, the notches are exactly where they're supposed to be. It's a very universal system. And I always try to get the fish back in the water as quickly as possible. But, you know, fiddling around, getting my rod where it needs to be, getting them off the hook, getting it on the board is something I really need to work on. So when we go to meet up with Michael here, I might grab my board out of my car. All right, we are back out here, and as you can see off to my left here, Michael is now with us. So hopefully he gets some luck today. Did you have something on?
No, I bounced off the water and stopped right next to my rod.
Oh. But yeah, so far we got 3 dinks today. I doubt any of them were over a pound, to be honest. One, I think the second or third one might have been a pound, but probably not scoreable fish, which is 12 inches or longer. So I did remember to grab my board though, my catch board. So hopefully we get to get that out and work on using that. But we are now back out on the water. It is 5:30, almost 5:40. I got here 3 o'clock, launched at 3:30. So probably another 2 hours of fishing to do. Well, I think it's safe to say this paddle tail is going to the graveyard. But it caught me 3 fish, so better than losing a bait, not catching any fish. All right, so this is what the jig head looks like. It's blue and white, kind of shad color, with that twist lock on it. I want to say this is probably 3/0 size. I couldn't tell you though. But for anyone who wants to know, you kind of line up your soft plastic here, get an idea of where you want to come out. I want to come out about halfway through the slot that runs along the top. So we're going to center the hook there. And then just scoot that boy along. And just keep an eye. These clear ones are really good because you can see your hook. So these are great for practicing too. But you just kind of get an idea where you need to be. Pop it out. And then with the screw lock, you just kind of got to twist it on up. To be honest, I'm not a huge fan of screw locks. I had another version of these from 6th Sense that were just like a triple cone style, but I know the screw lock holds it on better. I just don't really care for it. But yeah, that's what it looks like when you're done. Mine's a little crooked, but it don't matter. Fish are crooked. They don't care. This camera doesn't zoom too well, but we got a couple deer over there walking along the bank. It's always nice to see nature and animals out here. And you know, the best thing about kayak fishing is you don't catch any fish. Well, at least you're still kayaking. Oh, yeah. Not in the past 2 hours.
You're probably pulling away from them.
I guess.
Probably get ready to turn on.
All I've done is snag for the last 20 minutes, I swear. Yeah. What's that? Oh, I'm a champ. All right, we are heading back into launch now. Didn't have any luck after those first 3. Did try out the south bank and the east bank. No luck there. But weather conditions today weren't super ideal for how shallow this lake is and how little cover there is. But all in all, it was a successful day. Can't complain about 3 fish. So as always, don't be afraid to get up off the couch, especially go fishing, hiking, get out and see nature. But that's all for today. So God bless you and thank you for following along.